Welcome to the Adventures in Alchemy podcast, where we share tips, techniques, and true stories to support you in using the law of attraction and alchemy to create magic and live the life of your dreams. Here's your host, the founder of DailyAlchemy.com, Michelle Martin Dobbins.
Hi there, it's Michelle Martin Dobbins from DailyAlchemy.com. And often in this spiritual growth realm, law of attraction realm, we talk to people about following their heart, following their dreams, following their passions. And sometimes I have people tell me that they don't have a passion to follow. They don't know what they want. They don't have any dreams, anything that is speaking to them. And they feel kind of stressed because they don't know what the path is that they should follow. So I'm going to give you 3 tips for when you find yourself in this situation where you just don't know what your next step is and nothing is really calling to your heart. And it may seem kind of like a scary place, but it doesn't need to be. So first tip is find someone else whose passion you can support. If there's nothing that's calling out to you, no big projects, find someone else who is doing something that you think is super cool. It's not your passion per se, but it's something that you align with and something that you can help them with. It may be a friend who's starting a business. It may be a political candidate. It may be a writer whose books you just think are great and you want to promote them and share them. It may be a charity who's doing something fabulous in the world and you want to volunteer your time. Volunteering your time to help anybody, it's going to raise your vibration. And if you find someone who's very passionate about what they're doing, then you're going to be in that vibration of that high passion while you're around them, while you're working with them, while you're supporting them, and while you're helping them. And being in that feeling of excitedness and passion, it will be helpful to draw your own passions to you. So that's the first tip, is to find someone whose passion you can support. The second tip is not to worry. I know that's hard. That's an absence. But actually, the action that I want you to take is just to enjoy all the little everyday joys that you could, as if you already found your passion and you know it and you're living it. So a lot of times we get stressed because we don't know what we're supposed to do, and we're worried because we don't feel any passion. And that's not going to attract your passion to you. That's going to keep you in that state of, I don't know what it is. And if you keep saying, I don't know what it is, then it's really hard for you to start feeling it. So what I want you to do is pretend that that's covered, that's already done, and just to enjoy all the little things in your life that you can. A cup of coffee, an evening stroll in your neighborhood, a conversation with friends, playing a game online, whatever you like to do. Do those things with the relaxed knowledge of, I've already figured out what makes me really happy in this moment. And I'm engaged in doing that in my life, and all is well. Because then when you do that, you're sending the signal that you already are passionate, you're already enjoying life, and it makes it a whole lot easier for you to connect with your passion. Then the last technique is to practice either a type of mindfulness or meditation to allow your passions a voice to speak to you. When you're constantly seeking and your mind is constantly looking and asking and talking and trying to find what you should do next, you don't give that still small voice a chance to be heard. The one that's probably going to be telling you what your heart would love to do. What would make you happy? What would make you joyful? So take a moment every day. In fact, take several moments every day to get quiet. I love meditation. Meditation calms me. It just helps me get centered, get on the right path. I talk about it a lot. There are so many ways you can do it. But even as I've talked about before, you don't have to sit in lotus position and do traditional meditation. You can do so many different kinds, and you can also do mindfulness techniques. And I know for myself that a lot of times just being mindful, I don't ever sit down and plan out, like, what am I going to talk about on a podcast? What am I going to do in a blog post? Do you know when those come to me? Sometimes when I'm sleeping, they come and I wake up and write them down. But a lot of times they come when I'm filling the dishwasher, or they come when I'm washing my hair in the shower, or they come when I'm driving in my car. They come when I'm doing a task that doesn't require a whole lot of thought. But the trick is I have to be focused on that task enough to let the mind chatter die down. And I do try to practice mindfulness as much as I can in my day. So if I'm taking a shower, I try to just really focus on taking a shower, feeling the water, feeling the suds. If I'm putting dishes in the dishwasher and rinsing them off, just really focusing on what I'm doing. Any little task, vacuuming, sweeping, walking the dog, I try to be really, really present and mindful and focus on the physical sensations, the movements of what I'm doing, and let the mind rest. It's called mindfulness, but it's because the mind is focused on that task and not the chitter, 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 chatter. And the chitter, chitter, chatter is natural. And when it comes, just refocus. That's all meditation and mindfulness are. Refocusing and not getting upset, letting that other stuff float away, and focusing back on whatever you're focusing on in your meditation, be it a candle flame, be it a mantra of words such as I am one, or I am well, or all is well, or whatever it is that you're repeating in your mind, or being it just watching a water fountain, or whatever you're doing for your meditation or your mindfulness. Focus back on that, and it gives a chance for your higher self, for God, for spirit guides, for whatever you connect with, to connect with you and to give you messages. But if your mind is always chitter, 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 you don't give them. You don't give that higher self. You don't give your inner guidance a chance to talk and tell you what you need to know. So those are my 2 tips for you if you are having a hard time connecting with your passion or knowing what to do next, is to start and find someone who is very passionate about what they're doing and help them. And spend as much time in their energy as you can to enjoy your everyday joys as if you've already found your next passion and you're living that life fully of passion. And 3, and it's a big one for me, is to take that time for mindfulness and meditation in your day to give a chance for your passion to talk to you. If you're always just running in those circles in your mind, it doesn't have a chance to talk to you. So give those a try, and don't put a timeline on it. Don't say, I need to know by the end of the week. I'm going to do these 3 things, and by the end of the week, I need to know. I should get a hit, an intuitive knowing of what my next passion is and what I should be doing with my life. Relax, because often if you do these 3 things, first of all, you're going to start getting happier because you're allowing yourself to be happy without knowing what comes next. And when you allow yourself to be happy without knowing what comes next, many times you'll just look up and realize that the next thing crept in without you even worrying about it or thinking about it. You're kind of already started on the path to doing it without even trying to figure out what it was. So allow it to come to you. And if you have any stories of how you connect with your passions that you would like to share with me, or let me know how any of these techniques work for you, I would love to hear from you. You can reach me at dailyalchemy.com. Up in the right-hand corner of my webpage, there are places to get me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere, and also to send me an email. So I would love to hear from you anytime. Go out and create some magic today and either engage in your passions or just go out and live passionately. Have a wonderful day. See you next time. Namaste and big hugs. Hey guys, the Magical Life Manifesting Club is temporarily closed to new members right now. I am revamping and revising and adding all sorts of sparkly new stuff, and it will be opening back up in May. But right now, I've got some fun freebies for you to play with while you're waiting for the club to open back up. You can get a free weekly manifesting planner and daily manifesting planner that you can use depending on what type you prefer. Also, there is a magical lunar planner, an angel assignment planner, money tracker to watch your money manifesting grow, a daily love list PDF, and a Revamp Your Vibe in 5 Minutes e-kit. And all of these are available free on Daily Alchemy. So to get to them, you can either go to dailyalchemy.com and scroll down till you see the button that says freebies, and it will take you to the page where you can sign up to get these. Or you can also put dailyalchemy.com/magical freebie vault, and there is a link in the show notes. So go on over and pick those up and let me know how they work for you. Namaste.
Thanks for listening to the Adventures in Alchemy podcast. Connect with me on thedailyalchemy.com or Facebook at facebook.com/Michelle Dobbins author. Join us next time for even more magical life tips.